I loved my dad. He loved to write poems. He loved to create collages of art and pictures and media. He had a story to tell, and it's a shame that I never really got to see the full extent of what he could create before he had decided that it wasn't worth creating. I came to Oregon right before middle school. We had moved from California because my parents were seeking employment. My father had still been struggling with depression and alcoholism. My mom was struggling to find stable work. We've been struggling with poverty for years. At the end of the summer in 2016 is when we lost our house. That was when I lost my father as well. My father's suicide was possibly the worst moment of my life. I had no idea what was real. I'd see him in my dreams and then he wouldn't be there, and this realization would hit me.
He was not forthcoming about the news of his father. He's not a kid that seeks pity or special treatment in any way.
It had been months since it had happened, and I just couldn't bring myself to tell anyone, just out of shame and fear and guilt.
I first met Alex in the fall of his junior year, and I came to learn later that he was dealing with a lot of grief. He and his brother were living in a shelter, and to my understanding, it was without their mother.
My mom took things really hard. With all that turmoil inside of us, we didn't have a physical place where we could stop and sit down and think. We started jumping from hotel to hotel. After a while, we discovered Looking Glass's Station 7. My mom had to stay there until about Christmas that same year. When I finally decided to tell Bobby in private, she told me that I didn't need to be afraid.
I just said to Alex, hey, I know a little bit about your story here. Would you allow the Avid class to support you? We do this activity called the car wash. Everybody in the group gets a sticky note, and you write some words of encouragement for this person. The person walks down this aisle of people, and you stick the sticky notes on them. I could see he was crying, and he got to the end of the line, and they were all crying, and they were hugging him. It was just a reminder that there are powerful, magical things happening in this building.
On that day that my Avid class told me how much they cared about me, I just kind of felt like I grew 10 feet taller.
I feel like things changed after that. He was smiling and he was laughing more frequently. He put himself out there with National Honor Society. He put himself out there taking these higher level classes. He's working on marketing projects for the coffee shop now. He's talking to me about the drive he's going to do for National Honor Society. He's talking about changes he wants to make in the world.
After my grades picked up, I received an award for Outstanding Junior, and just this year I won Student of the Month, and all this recognition I'm receiving for all the work I put in, it's another huge boost just confidence-wise. It's instilled this belief that I can really make something of myself.
Alex really wants to get the most out of his education, and he has incredible tenacity, he has incredible kindness. He has all of the qualities that make for a successful person.
The culture here at my school was just so supportive. If I could work in social work or in education, doing what my Avid teacher did for me, I'd be honored. Education is where you grow into the person you really want to be. This is where you plant the seed that grows into just what your legacy will be. It's the most important thing to me in the world.